Hello, and welcome back to TechFrame. Forget the rusty tools in your grandfather's shed. The future of creation is here, with gadgets that can draw on walls, print in metal, and capture any color from the real world. Get ready to explore a world of innovation you never knew existed. These aren't just tools, they're magic wands for the modern maker. 10 coolest tools you've never seen before. Scribit, the wall drawing robot. Imagine turning any vertical surface into your home or office into a dynamic canvas for art and information. That's the revolutionary promise of Scribit, conceived by the late Italian architect and inventor Carlo Ratti. Scribit is a small, intelligent robot that can draw and erase complex images on walls, whiteboards, windows, and plaster. How it works. Scribit is ingeniously simple in its design. It's a small, circular aluminum pod that suspends itself on a wall, using 2 lightweight diagonal cables attached to small nails or hooks. By precisely controlling the length of these 2 cables, the robot can move across the surface and position itself anywhere within its designated rectangular area. It holds up to 4 special thermal-reactive markers at a time, allowing it to create multicolored designs. The real magic, however, lies in its ability to erase. The markers use a special ink that vanishes when heated. Scribit has a small heating element that it passes over the drawing, effectively erasing its own work and preparing the canvas for a new creation. Why it's cool? Scribit bridges the gap between digital art and physical space. You can send it any design from your computer or smartphone, from a Picasso sketch to your weekly grocery list, and watch it come to life on your wall. It's a tool for artists who want to create large-scale murals without permanent commitment, for businesses that need to display dynamic information in their lobbies, or for families who want a constantly evolving piece of art in their living room. It transforms static walls into interactive displays. Measure 1, the motion-based measuring tool. For centuries, measuring had relied on 2 basic principles: the straight line of a tape or ruler and the direct line of sight of a laser. Measure 1 throws both of these conventions out the window. This handheld device, which fits in the palm of your hand, can measure almost any space in 3D simply by moving it from one point to another. How it works? Measure 1 is packed with the same kind of technology found in rocket guidance systems: accelerometers, gyroscopes, and magnetometers. These sensors track the device's exact position, rotation, and movement in 3-dimensional space. To measure the length of a wall, you simply touch the device to the start point, walk to the other end, and touch it to the end point. As you move, the device calculates the distance traveled, but it doesn't stop there. By tracing the perimeter of a complex, a regularly shaped lawn, it can instantly calculate the total area and perimeter. It can measure changes in elevation, angles, and even create a complete 3D model of a room that can be exported into CAD software. Why it's cool? This tool overcomes the fundamental limitations of traditional measuring. You don't need a clear line of sight. You can measure around corners and obstacles. You measure the dimensions of a whole room without needing someone to hold the other end of the tape. For landscapers, construction workers, architects, and DIYers, Measure 1 saves an incredible amount of time and provides data with a level of detail that was previously difficult and expensive to obtain. Fluxo BMO, the desktop laser cutter and engraver. Laser cutting technology was once the exclusive domain of industrial fabrication shops with machines the size of a small car. The Flux BMO is a leader in the new wave of powerful, compact, and user-friendly laser cutters designed to sit right on your desktop, bringing industrial-grade precision to the home workshop or small business. How it works? The BMO uses a focused 30-watt CO2 laser to cut and engrave a wide variety of materials. You create a design on your computer using any graphic design software and send it to the BMO. The enclosed machine then uses the laser beam to either vaporize the material along a path, cutting, or etch away the top layer to create a design engraving. It can work with wood, leather, acrylic, cardboard, fabric, and even engrave on anodized aluminum and stainless steel. An internal camera allows you to preview the work area and perfectly align your design on the material before you start the job. Why it's cool? The BMO empowers creators to bring intricate digital designs into the physical world with stunning accuracy. Custom jewelry makers can cut delicate patterns in acrylic. Woodworkers can engrave personalized logos onto their products. Architects can build complex scale models with perfectly fitting parts. It's a tool that opens up a universe of creative possibilities, allowing for a level of customization and professionalism that would be impossible to achieve by hand. The 3Doodler Pro Plus, the multi-material 3D printing pen. 3D printing pens have been around for a few years, often seen as a fun novelty or a toy. The 3Doodler Pro Plus, however, is a different beast entirely. It elevates the concept into a serious professional tool for artists, designers, and engineers by giving them the ability to draw in the air with materials like wood, metal, and nylon. How it works? Like a standard 3D printing pen, the Pro Plus works by feeding a filament of material through a heated nozzle, melting it, and then extruding it where it cools and solidifies almost instantly. The Pro distinction comes from its sophisticated control systems and material compatibility. It features precise dials for temperature and speed, allowing the user to fine-tune the extrusion process for different materials. This is crucial because a wood composite filament behaves very differently from a copper or bronze one. The pen also comes with a set of interchangeable nozzles to create different textures and line widths. Why it's cool? The ability to freehand sketch a 3D object using actual wood or metal is groundbreaking. An architect can quickly prototype a textured building model. A jewelry designer can create a bronze filigree piece directly. An engineer can repair a cracked nylon plastic part by literally drawing new material into the gap. The creations made with wood filament can even be sanded and stained, while the metal pieces can be polished to a brilliant shine. It's a tool that provides tactile, immediate 3D creation without the need for complex software or a traditional 3D printer. Saker Contour Gauge Profile Tool, the perfect scribe. Anyone who has ever tried to install flooring around a complex door frame or fit a countertop around a pipe knows the frustration of trying to transfer an irregular shape onto a piece of material. The Saker Contour Gauge is a brilliantly simple yet incredibly effective mechanical tool designed to solve this exact problem with flawless precision. How it works? The tool consists of a row of hundreds of fine, independent plastic or metal pins held tightly within a frame. To copy a shape, you simply press the gauge against the object, be it a winding pipe, an ornate molding, or a curved wall. The pins retract where they touch the object and remain extended where they don't, perfectly conforming to and capturing the exact profile of the shape. You can then lock the pins in place, move the gauge to your piece of tile, wood, or linoleum, and trace that outline for a perfect cut. Why it's cool? In a world of high-tech gadgets, the Saker Contour Gauge is a testament to clever mechanical engineering. It eliminates guesswork and tedious trial and error. There's no measuring, no complex math, and no wasted material from bad cuts. It's an indispensable tool for carpenters, tilers, woodworkers, and DIY enthusiasts that save time, reduce frustration, and ensures a professional finish every single time. It's a low-tech solution to a high-frustration problem. The NYX Pro 2 Color Sensor, the real-world eyedropper. For graphic designers, painters, and interior decorators, matching a real-world color can be a maddening process of guesswork with swatch books and sample pots. The NYX Pro 2 Color Sensor is essentially the eyedropper tool from Photoshop brought to life, allowing you to scan any surface and get its exact digital color value. How it works? The NYX Pro 2 is a small, durable device that you simply press against any surface. A painted wall, a piece of fabric, a leaf, or a car's finish. The device blocks out all ambient light, illuminates the surface with its own calibrated full-spectrum light source, and then uses a highly sensitive sensor to read the precise color. It instantly sends this data via Bluetooth to a smartphone app. The app can provide the color information in multiple formats like CMYK, RGB, HEX, and LAB, and can even match it to existing paint libraries from major brands like Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore. Why it's cool? This tool removes all subjectivity from color matching. It provides objective, scientific data, ensuring a perfect match every time. A painter can perfectly match a new batch of paint to an old wall. A web designer can capture the exact color of a client's physical product to use in their branding. An artist can build a digital palette directly from the colors of a sunset. It's a powerful bridge between the analog colors of our world and the digital precision required to work with them. Wave Fulcrum, the smart screwdriver. The humble screwdriver is one of the most basic tools in existence, but the Wave Fulcrum reimagines it for the digital age. This intelligent motorized screwdriver is designed for delicate jobs where precision and control are paramount, such as electronics repair, model making, or working with fine instruments. How it works? The Fulcrum isn't about raw power. It's about intelligent control. It contains a motion sensor and a digital torque sensor. Instead of a trigger, you simply rotate your wrist slightly in the direction you want to turn, and the motor engages, mimicking your movement. The more you twist your wrist, the faster it turns. The key feature, however, is the digital torque limiter. Using a small OLED screen on the driver itself, you can set a precise torque limit. Example given, 0.5 Newton meters. The screwdriver will automatically stop turning the instant it reaches that exact level of tightness, preventing you from stripping a delicate screw or cracking a sensitive circuit board. Why it's cool? The Wave Fulcrum brings a level of precision to a handheld tool that was previously only available in expensive industrial equipment. For anyone working on laptops, drones, glasses, or watches, it is a game changer. The intuitive motion control feels natural and responsive, while the torque limiter provides absolute peace of mind, ensuring that you never over-tighten a critical component again. Handheld ultrasonic plastic welder. Gluing plastics together can be a messy and often unreliable process with adhesives that can be weak or damage the material's surface. The handheld ultrasonic plastic welder offers a futuristic alternative, fusing plastic parts together at a molecular level using high-frequency vibrations. How it works? The device generates ultrasonic acoustic vibrations, typically between 20,000 and 40,000 Hz, far above the range of human hearing. These vibrations are channeled through a metal tip called a horn. When the horn is pressed against two pieces of thermoplastic, the intense vibrations create rapid frictional heat precisely at the joint. This heat melts the plastic in a fraction of a second, and when the vibrations stop, the molten plastic solidifies, creating a strong, clean, and permanent bond, or weld. Why it's cool? This is a tool straight out of science fiction. It creates a weld without any adhesives, solvents, or foreign materials. The bond is often as strong as the original material itself. It's perfect for repairing cracked car bumpers, fixing broken plastic toys, prototyping electronic enclosures, or joining 3D printed parts into a larger assembly. The process is incredibly fast, clean, and precise, offering a superior solution for plastic fabrication and repair. Foodini 3D Food Printer. Taking the principles of 3D printing from the workshop to the kitchen, the Foodini is a culinary tool that allows chefs and home cooks to print edible ingredients into intricate, three-dimensional shapes. It's a device that combines technology, gastronomy, and art. How it works? Instead of plastic filament, the Foodini uses stainless steel food capsules that you fill with fresh, pureed ingredients. Anything from avocado and pizza dough to chocolate and cheese. The user selects a design from a large online library or creates their own. The machine then extrudes the food from the capsules layer by layer, precisely building up the desired shape. It can create complex pasta shapes, ornate cake decorations, or perfectly arranged patterns on a plate. It doesn't cook the food. You do that afterwards, but it handles the difficult and time-consuming task of forming and presentation. Why it's cool? The Foodini opens up a new frontier in culinary creativity. It enables chefs to create dishes with geometric complexity that would be impossible by hand, turning food into an architectural medium. For the home user, it can make food more fun for children by printing it in playful shapes. On a more practical level, it can also be used to prepare soft, easy-to-eat meals with precise nutritional content for those with dietary restrictions or swallowing difficulties. It is a glimpse into the future of automated, personalized food preparation. Shaper Origin, the handheld CNC router. CNC, computer numerical control, routers are massive, stationary machines that can carve wood with computer-guided precision. The Shaper Origin packs that same intelligence into a handheld tool, giving the user unprecedented freedom and accuracy. It's often described as an auto-correcting router. How it works? The tool looks like a standard handheld router, but its top is equipped with a camera and a touchscreen. The user places special domino-patterned shaper tape on the workpiece. The camera constantly reads this tape to know its exact position on the surface with sub-millimeter accuracy. On the screen, you see your digital design overlaid onto the physical workpiece. You then simply hold the router and move it along the cutting path shown on the screen. If you stray from the line, the machine's onboard computer automatically retracts and adjusts the cutting bit in real time to keep the cut perfectly on the digital line. Why it's cool? Shaper Origin combines the best of human intuition with robotic precision. You guide the tool, but the machine handles the perfection. It allows woodworkers to cut incredibly complex inlays, perfect joinery, and intricate engravings on pieces of wood of any size, far too large to fit on a traditional CNC table. It effectively turns a standard workshop into a high-tech digital fabrication space, democratizing the power of CNC for a much wider audience of creators.